Thank you. Again, my name is Chris Van Dyke. I'm the principal product manager for the AI platform at Cloudera. You can see, well, my headshot went away, but because Wim and I both were going to be on stage today, we're both a little bald. I decided to have my older headshot where I had a little hair back then. So okay, I'm excited to talk to you today about our AI platform and the things that we have that we're bringing. So what we're going to go through today is first called an AI compass. What I want to do is I want to know a little more about. I'm going to do a little questions for for y'all, and I'd like to know a little more about what you're doing with AI, and then I'm going to go in and tell you a little bit about our customers and how our customers are having success with AI on our platform. Then we're going to dive into Cloudera's approach to AI and talk a little bit about the platform, the things we're doing there. We're going to talk about some of the innovation focus that we're going to do in fiscal year 2027, which is next year for us. And then finally, we'll wrap up with a little discussion, some extra things about Cloudera we'll talk about, and maybe a demo there of Agent Studio too. So, first thing I want to do is, as part of this AI Compass, I'd like to know a little bit about you and the things that you're doing with AI. So, what I'd like to do is a little bit of questioning and have you raise your hand. But what I'd like to know is, how many in the audience, if you have at least one machine learning use case in production? This is traditional machine learning, XGBoost, I got a churn model, something like that. Raise your hand if you've got at least one of those types of use cases in production. Is there, see a couple? Few people out there? Good, okay, thank you. Okay, now let's go a little more modern. What about generative AI? How many of you have a generative AI use case in production that has an LLM model or a VLM model or something like that running behind the scenes? All right, I see a few more. Oh, this is very good, especially around the back. I like this. Awesome. Next, how many of you have an AI use case in production that's not just used internally, but used externally with your customers? It has some new customer experience or something. How many have not a lot? Oh, I got a couple. Okay. All right, very good. All right, now, I want to kind of look at what your drivers are for AI. So, how many of y'all that are doing an AI project, how many are doing that for internal operational efficiency and cost savings? Kind of a back office type LLM. All right, not a lot for that. How many are using an LLM to go, or AI to go and create new revenue streams? Raise your hand. Anybody? There's a couple. Okay. And then what about building new customer experiences with AI? Any for that? Okay, I see a couple. Thank you. All right. Now, how many of you have in your organization? How many of you are allowed to use public or third-party LLMs like an OpenAI or Anthropic? So you're using, cloud-based LLMs. There's a few. Okay, interesting. How many of you have an LLM hosted inside your data center today? Raise your hand. I see a few. Okay. And then finally, how many of you, because of the data governance, security, or privacy concerns, have organizational or IT issues that don't let you deploy AI or LLMs yet within the organization? Raise your hand. There's a few. And I see that a lot with our customers, that because AI is bringing out models from outside the organization inside, there's a lot of concerns of how is that model trained? How is it, how is it trained? And what types of things, decisions does it make? All right, and then finally, there we go. Oh, I went too fast. Okay, so that was a great. So what I want to do now is I want to talk a little bit about our customers and things around the world that our customers are doing with AI and the success we're seeing. Earlier in the summer, MIT came out with a study, and they said that in their research, 95% of all AI projects fail because of some issue. And for me, when I saw that, I was kind of surprised, because we're actually seeing a lot of positive things going on with AI. So one of our customers, and actually it's a customer here in the APAC region, they have 300 plus models that are deployed and are being used in their organization. Of those 300, using those 300 models, they built 90 plus Gen AI applications that they have in production. And they're at the point now where every week they're deploying 5 to 6 new AI applications in production and seeing success from that. They're processing 75 million words daily, and they have 600 hours of calls that are being transcribed by an LLM that's been fine-tuned based off of their dialect. They have 600 hours that are being transcribed a day. So when I think about that, and I think about why this is happening, why they're seeing success like this, I come back to this slide. And if you came to one of our forums a couple of years ago, this is a slide that we had in that forum, and this one always resonates, so I want to kind of bring it back into my presentation. But for this, when we think about traditional AI or ML, and that's like the XGBoost models, those types of things, to be good at that, you had to build specialized models. You had to have hundreds of data scientists in your organization that would be working to go and do data cleansing to build special data sets. You would build these special data sets inside the organization, and then train and build specific ML models for that data set. To be good at this traditional AI ML world, you had to be good at data cleansing, you had to be very good at data science. But then fast forward to what we saw with the LLMs, the development a couple of years ago, we see now that we can bring generic models that have been trained on internet scale data, like the Llama models, or some of the other, even what OpenAI is doing for training their models. They can go and train these models on these huge data sets, and then we as an organization can go grab and leverage that model, and then we can take techniques like RAG or fine-tuning, and we can improve that model based on our enterprise context, and we can gain insights that are fine-tuned for, these insights are used or gleaned by leveraging that LLM model along with our enterprise data. We can get these very good, very accurate insights. And the differentiators in this world are having good platform architecture and having good data integration, and we're able to build these not with going and getting really good data scientists. We can go get developers, the developers we already have in-house. We can leverage those developers that are good at platform architecture, good at data integration, bring them in and build AI applications. Those types of developers are empowered to build those types of applications. So an example of one of these is this project that one of our customers, it was an oil and gas customer, they have an intelligent contracts analysis application. So what they have is, as a company, they are constantly going out and signing contracts, writing contracts for somebody, to work with their partners, to work with their customers in the field. And when they do that, they've got to make sure when they write the contract that the clauses and the terms of that contract don't conflict with other contracts that they already have. Well, the problem with that is they've got to have a lot of lawyers that look at that. They have to go through and look at all this, siloed data and different data sources all over, and it's very hard and time-consuming for them to do that today. So what they did is they built an automated text extraction tool so that they could grab contracts, go look and highlight the key terms, and then they built an agentic system that could go through and do searches across multiple documents, bring it together, and look for conflicting terms, and allow users to go and investigate a contract and would terms in this contract be conflicting other contracts that they had out there. So from this application they built, they got a streamlined process now to bring in, go write contracts and bring them in to go analyze them. And they got a cost savings of having to spend less their lawyers, rather than lawyers having a ton of hours going and doing data searching and analysis of contracts. They can now focus their time on writing better contracts, getting better terms, negotiate better terms and conditions in their contracts. So what this looks like, though, and this is why I kind of talked about that concept of LLMs let us go and build applications by being better at platform architecture and data integration. This is what their tool looked like. And they can go and take that contract, submit it in, upload it into the system. Their agentic workflow will process it, and then their users can ask questions to go find those conflicting terms. So from this, they actually found that, this has been in service for about 6 months now. They found that they've already had $5 million in cost savings from just reduced hours for their lawyers. And they've also found that they've saved themselves $30 million in cost avoidance on having conflicting terms in their contracts in the field. So this is one of those, it's not a sexy type solution, but it's a solution that with good data integration, good platform architecture, having an LLM that they work with in an agentic workflow, they found $35 million in cost savings by implementing this. All right, now we're going to segue into Cloudera's approach to AI. And these are 4 pillars that we've stuck to for the last few years, but I think it's guided us well as we build this product. First, we want to make sure that this platform is open and extensible. We want to make sure that it's private by design. We want to make sure it's easy for our customers and our users to bring AI to the data anywhere. And then finally, we want to open it up, and not just traditionally our product has been for the coders. We want to make sure we open it up and bring in other cohorts, line of business users, low-code type developers that want to come in and quickly prototype on our system, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So from a platform architecture stack, this is what Cloudera, and this is what our Cloudera AI looks like. We build it on top of we can either leverage cloud infrastructure or build in your data center, working with our partners so that we optimize for your data center. We build on top of the real-time open data lakehouse. And then Cloudera AI 2 years ago was AI Workbench. Cloudera AI today is AI Workbench, AI Inference, that we had worked with our partner NVIDIA on, and then our AI registry, where you could go check models in and deploy models from that, build CI/CD pipelines that leverage, where you could fine-tune an AI Workbench, check in that fine-tuning in AI registry, and then have it deployed in AI Inference. And then on top of all of that, we enable you to have AI applications and agents that can sit on top of the entire platform. Now, the middle of that I didn't talk about, but that's one of the most important things is we have an extensible platform. We want to make it easy because there's things we're opinionated on, but there's things that we're gonna, like with NVIDIA's models, we're gonna be very opinionated on partnering with NVIDIA. But there's things that we know that are changing every day, and we have to be open to be able to bring in other open source frameworks or models into the system. So we make it extremely easy. You bring your own frameworks. You can build on top of Crew AI, or you can use LangChain, or you can build have a distributed Ray cluster within the platform. It's easy to do with any framework you want to bring in. We also make it extremely easy for you to bring in to work with any model providers. So either working directly with a model provider, going through the open source, going to Hugging Face and getting a model from there. We make it easy to bring those in and have those in the AI registry or the model hub. And then finally, if you're building RAG applications, you're going to want to have a vector database. We're working on, we have Solar as part of our platform, and we're working on a vector database service. But we also know that there's a lot of vector databases out there that you may want to use. We make it easy to bring those in and work with Pinecone or Milvus or Weaviate or other vector databases like LanceDB. Next thing, private by design. We want to make sure it's easy for you to bring your models, your data, your compute into the platform. We want to make sure we can do this and handle this across the entire AI lifecycle. So from doing data science to training a model or fine-tuning a model to then letting an ML engineer come and take that and deploy that out, and then be able to have a deployed model out there, an application, and do monitoring on that. We want to enable you to do that within our platform. And then finally, we're going to work and keep working on our partnerships. NVIDIA being one of our largest, Dell being another one, AWS, but and then with multiple model providers, we're working with our partnerships to make sure that we have the best ecosystem that you can get to go and do these things, to go build private AI. Next, we want to optimize your performance. So this one, this last year we came out, we have model hosting, that are model deployments that can be done with an AI workbench, but we knew that that's really good for doing, doing test model deployment and doing a certain type, but when you want to do LLMs, you want to be able to do it at scale, you want to have auto scaling, high availability, those types of things, monitoring. We needed to go and build a service dedicated for production for your model hosting. That's our AI inference service, and the core of that, we worked with NVIDIA and basically built this on the Triton engine with NVIDIA, and now we can leverage NVIDIA's NIMs, which are highly optimized models that are built for NVIDIA GPUs. We can leverage those within this platform so that if you have an H100, you can get whatever model you want to use that's optimized for that H100 GPU. You can get that and run that in the system. And we've seen customers that have done this that are seeing 30x improvement on model inference times with the NVIDIA NIMs. And as Wim finished up, we want to do this, and we know we have to be flexible for you. So we can do this in the public clouds. We can do this on the private cloud. And Tyken is very interesting because the Tyken acquisition is going to allow us to go and do this anywhere there's any kind of a virtual cloud. We're going to be able to deploy this infrastructure or this platform on that infrastructure. So, and I know there's sovereign clouds in this region and other cloud providers. Tyken's going to allow us to enable you to deploy the platform on those clouds. And Vim showed this slide also, and we just want to make sure that as part of when we're bringing AI to your data, you're able to do this much more economically. So as you scale with some of the cloud models, the cloud-hosted models, you're paying a per token cost. So the more you use that model, the more you end up paying. With us and with Cloudera AI, you buy your infrastructure, you buy the platform, and then you can deploy on it. You can deploy as many models as you want, and as you deploy more, your cost per model goes down. And then the next thing, our fourth pillar was that around AI for builders. So we want to make it easy for you to go and, so if you have data scientists that want to work in notebooks and do high code, we've got a notebook service with an AI workbench that allows you to do that. You can go write all the code you want and do that with an AI workbench. But if you're getting into a certain area of AI, and maybe you want to do your first chatbot, or you want to deploy a RAG application, we have amps that are something that you have to code a little bit to customize it, but these are quick starts you can deploy to get into different AI and ML type use cases. So that's amps. And then last year, or the beginning of this year, we came out with this concept of AI studios, which AI studios are a new part of projects within AI Workbench. They leverage AI Workbench and AI inference, and they allow you to go and deploy, build AI applications with low code. So very much go work within the studio, and you can easily go and deploy these, build your own RAG application, or do some synthetic data so you can do a fine tuning. You can do that with our AI studios. So what are AI? I kind of told you a little bit of AI studios already, but AI studios, no code, low code tools. They're customizable, and you can leverage those within AI Workbench. They become part of your project within AI Workbench. You can decide which ones of which AI studios you want to leverage. They're integrated with all of Cloud AI. It works with AI Workbench. It also works with AI Inference. And also, we've got a studio for each stage of the Gen AI application development. I'll show you that in just a minute. And it's composable. You can use the ones you want, and you don't have to use the others if you don't want to. And then finally, one of the neat things about this is, from an engineering standpoint at Cloudera, we can have a much faster velocity. So we can go and deliver improvements on AI studios, and you can get them by downloading them through, off of Git. You can get those and easily bring them into the application or into the platform, and we can do it outside of our normal engineering cycle of doing a service pack or whatever. You can get these much faster this way. All right, and so this is what AI Studios looks like in a project. There's 4 AI Studios today. There's RAG Studio, Fine Tuning Studio, Synthetic Data Studio, and also Agent Studio, which I'm going to go to. And I'm actually, rather than go through this slide, I'm going to show you a demo of AI Studio, or Agent Studio in action. So I'm working at Agent Studio. I can go and find a template for a workflow. In that template, I can go and create an agent and say, here I need to have an agent that's going to work with some data warehouse data. I can select where I want to go get that data here from. So here I'm running a Hive query. I'm giving it tools that it needs to go and do queries. So I can bring that in, and I've got the template. And then once I've done that, I can start to ask questions of the agents. And here you can see the agent in action as it's thinking. Each of the different agents is thinking through its task and working through to bring back the result. And it gave me a link, and one of the tools for this agent was to be able to show a visualization at the end. And then from there, once I've got the way I want it, I can go and deploy that workload, and it becomes an application that I can then share out with other users in my organization. So we're really excited about AI Studios, especially excited about the Agent Builder. One of the things we want to offer to everybody, we've been doing, and this is our product team has been getting involved with this with our field organizations. We've been doing these Agent Builder workshops. We'll come help have kind of a demo platform for you, and do hackathons with your line of business users and your developers, so that you can go and leverage and test drive this product and see how it can work within your business challenges that you have in your organization. I think now we've done almost 10 of these, and they've been great over the last few months. I highly recommend, if this is something that appeals to you, talk to your field team and tell them you're interested in it, and we'll get engaged with you. All right, from an areas of innovation standpoint, for next year, things that we're focused on, we're going to continue building that AI ecosystem, continue to expand that. We've got a lot of things planned in that area that we'll be able to talk about in the next quarter. From an AI inference standpoint, we made it first available at GA in the public cloud. It's coming to on-prem. I think it's in tech preview today. It'll be GA very soon. The next about a month and a half at GA, it'll be GA. We also have, as part of that Anywhere Cloud initiative, we're looking to have something called CloudAI Standalone, and this is actually came from a lot of requests from this region. And AI Standalone is a way that you can deploy CAI without a base cluster and just have CAI as a standalone service that you could leverage on any cloud, on any Kubernetes infrastructure. We're doing more around AI Studios and Agent Studios, leveraging that with the CloudAI platform. We're going to make a big investment in AI governance around models, agents, and tools. There was an acquisition we made about 2 years ago, a company called Verta. This is one of their focus areas. We've started to bring some of their technology in, and you're going to see more and more of that as part of AI governance. And then we've got a focus area called Data Science 2030, where we're continuing to look at the future of data science and ML and how we can keep positioning the platform to enable those types of workloads. And then we're always working on building continued focus on platform scalability, reliability, and improving the user experience. So finally, why CloudAI AI? First, hopefully today you'll see that from our platform allows you to have quick time to value. I can safely say with our customers that are doing these AI projects, when I hear them hear how long does it take you to do that, it's not months to do this, it's weeks and days. They're quickly able to go do this because they're able to go leverage these open source models or these models that have been trained on large data, the LMs. They're able to quickly do this. We're extensible by design, so you can easily tailor the product to work the way your data science team wants to work. AI Studios is a huge thing because it's going to enable business users now to come in and build AI applications, or even your expert users to come in and be able to quickly prototype, which broadens that AI developer base. Our platform allows you to do elastic CPU and GPU compute, but also does it across the full AI and ML lifecycle. And then finally, you can do this on top of CDP, which brings CloudAI AI allows you to bring your AI or AI to your data. And then wrapping up here, next steps. We would love, our product team is extremely aggressive. We love talking to customers. We want to partner with you. We'd love to have design partners and would love to have, things that we're working on. We'd love you to come in and get involved with us so that we can make the product more, better for you, more tailored for the way you want to work. So please talk to your account team, ask them if you want to do a quarterly roadmap call with us. We would love to do that, touch base, understand what you're doing in the platform and how we can help you. We love doing design partnerships. If you're not a CloudAI AI customer, we would love to, please talk to your account team. We'd love to do a workshop or a briefing and kind of show you why you should be doing it or leveraging the platform. And then, like I said, GenAI, Agent Studios, we'd love to do hands-on hackathons with you. And then finally, something for this region. This region has done a great job with a quick start for doing AI. They call it CloudAI AI Express. They come and they have pre-configured full lifecycle type capabilities. It's a great program. Talk to your account team, talk to your SE, and tell them if you're interested in checking this out. So I'd like to thank you very much. I've enjoyed the time, and I'd love, if you catch me out around today, I'd love to talk to you about anything you're doing around AI. Thank you.